Well, talk to me about getting started. I hear a lot of laundromat owners who maybe want to, diversify into commercial real estate, or maybe they want to buy the real estate that their laundromat, is on. How does somebody get started investing in commercial real estate?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. Let's dive into buying the commercial real estate your laundromat's on. I think it's a great move. It's an excellent move. I mean, because if you're owning a laundromat, which, I do alongside Elizabeth, I'm not as actively involved in it as she is, but obviously I have a very firm understanding of what it is that we're doing with that laundromat. This was from the first day we went there and signed the lease. I told the lady that owns it, I want to buy this from you. I want to buy this. And I make sure she knows constantly, I want to buy this from you, because we're doing it. Laundromats are not cheap to build. They're not cheap to remodel. They're not cheap to fix plumbing. They're not, when something goes wrong, it's got a big dollar sign attached to it, especially new equipment. You're putting in hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not, beyond that, of new equipment in these facilities. So why are you going to spend all this money and time upgrading boilers, upgrading on-demand water heaters, changing out all your HVAC systems to where it can keep up with so much heat that's being generated? Why spend all that improving someone else's space to be at risk of a lease renewal, right? They decided the new owners took over. You're 9 years in and you got this nice little gold mine printing money, but they don't want to renew the lease, except for now they're going to charge you 50% more. You're screwed. You're screwed. So, those are the things that I think, those are compelling reasons why you should own the real estate, just because you want control. And when you do your major CapEx improvements, then you're the one that's owning it. And you might have a separate LLC that owns it, and your laundromat may still rent back space from that LLC, especially if there's multiple tenants in the building. But even so, you're still paying yourself, and you control the unknown variables in the deal. So I don't know if I answered your question or not, but I just started rambling and there we are.
No, yeah. I think you're right. And I think a lot of laundromat owners aspire to own the real estate. Obviously it's not always the case, as in your guys' case too. Like, you guys don't own the real estate. It's not always possible, or at least, right away. But I love your strategy of just being at the forefront, right? Because instead of, when your landlord's ready to sell, instead of going to find a broker and facing 10% fees to sell to a broker, she's going to come to you first of all and say, hey, I'm interested in selling, what can we work out here? And that's going to work out better for her, and that's going to work out better for you. But being on the forefront there is huge, and continually reminding, that landlord that you're interested in selling.
Yeah. And I think one of the compelling reasons for looking, if you're looking at just a strictly real estate play, this little shopping center, it's not great. There's a liquor store in the corner. There's a Mexican ice cream place. There's a Hispanic hair salon, and there's a laundromat, right? There's 4 units in this building. This lady's owned it for 40 years. And she's clipping, I don't know, here in Memphis rates, somebody in California is probably going to pass out when I tell them what we pay for a 2,700 square foot facility, but it's like, I don't know, $2,500 a month. It's not outrageous. And she's doing that times 4. So she's clipping 10 grand a month in coupons, because it's all triple net leases off of this place. And she's been doing it for 40 years. She's happy. Very little exposure for her. And so that's another compelling reason where you can find nice little cash flowing assets like that require very little work. Why not? Why not be the landlord instead of even the laundromat operator?
Yeah.
I'd much rather own that building and sell the laundry than own the laundry and not own the building.
Yep.